It's Monday, and the energy is the Eight of Swords. For some of you, there's a sense of feeling held back, feeling trapped, dealing with some kind of restriction. And it may be because there's some measure of confusion to matters, you're missing some information, you fail to see something or refuse to do so. And as a result, you feel powerless to the circumstance. Some of you, maybe you just can't get out of your head. You're going round and round, and you're dealing with some mental blockages or a cycle that seems to be a vicious circle. Some of you may feel isolated or closed in, or you just don't have the energy to deal with the situation. Whether that's because you're suffering through a lack of confidence or some kind of emotional pain, anxiety, or worry, something about your negative emotions could be hindering your progress. You might even be self-sabotaging. So there could be a reluctance to put yourself out there, assert yourself, put something into the open. Maybe this is a confining relationship, a restrictive circumstance. It may even be a small space. Maybe you're in a tiny room or you work in a cubicle. Maybe the garage is a focus or something small like a box. So small spaces, things that enclose, could be important. There's a need to speak up, to speak out, but maybe again you feel hesitant, you're repressing your emotions. Today is going to be a day that may be slightly irritating because you're going to get some extra work or responsibility. Something just dropped in your lap at the last minute, some kind of news. It could be your boss comes into your office and tells you they need that report by whatever time, and you weren't expecting it, or can you stay later? Something where someone waited until the last minute. And because of that, now you got to change your plans. You've got to, this overrides the agenda you had in mind, and you have to shift and make some adjustments. So you're going to feel sort of annoyed by that, obviously, at having to readjust. And whatever's happening, this is a circumstance you didn't see coming. And so therefore you couldn't prevent it and you couldn't control it. And it may be that something is cropping up again, a matter, an issue, a problem, a topic of conversation, something that you thought was resolved and done with. And now you realize, you're dealing with it again. So this isn't a major card. So if you are frustrated, it's going to be quick. It's going to pass. It's a momentary annoyance. And the irritation is not so much what you're having to do, but just the fact that someone waited until the last minute to let you know that you needed to take some kind of action. Now, it could be that you're having to pick up the pieces or pick up the slack for someone because they waited too long to deal with something. Maybe it was a health issue or personal matter or professional matter. And again, you never saw this problem coming, and so you're going to have to put in concerted effort to get matters back on track, and it's going to take more time and energy. It may be somebody called in or an appointment, or your kids tell you, oh, I've got an assignment due tomorrow. School is out, so that wouldn't be happening. Just little things that crop up that you didn't expect, and basically because of the failure of someone to adequately deal with the situation. Now, in some cases, maybe you're a willing prisoner. You're stuck because you're going to stick to a particular train of thought, some narrow thinking, and you can't get out of your own box. Or maybe it's some strong passions that keep you locked in a particular situation. In some cases, it's a lack of forethought. Now you're having to play catch up because you were living in the moment, you were concerned with today, but you weren't thinking about tomorrow. And if that's the case, you're going to have to work much harder than you were prepared to prevent a situation from getting out of hand or overwhelming you. So this is a day where, you may have to speak up, or you'll be irritated at some last minute changes, some adjustments, and you have to look at a mindset where you yourself may be holding yourself back. Some of you may get a release. Maybe an obstruction or something that was blocking you is removed and you're breaking free. Maybe you're finally overcoming some kind of fear, or you have renewed faith in your ability. So you actually may be gaining some type of empowerment, or maybe your productivity is restored. If not, this is a challenge that you're going to have to, think outside of the box.